spectacle in racing. This is the
Sheffield 100.
Green. So 100 laps of Sheffield today. Getting off to the start, good start. We get past the guy in the yellow, we get past the guy in the TeamSport suit. Guy in the red looks around, he gets out of the way as well. So we made up 3 places before the second corner. This is a great start. And I'm going to try and get past Goose, who is directly in front. 100 laps today because it was bank holiday, 50 lap races were half price, and a bunch of us decided to just do both of them. So we're doing a 50 lap race back to back. Should be a lot of fun, should be a lot of energy and exercise as well, seeing as Sheffield is just under a minute for a good lap, and I think it's 950 metres long, so, you know, approaching 100 kilometres with laps to the grid and everything else as well. Coming up upstairs, we're going to try and look around, see what we can do with Goose. Nothing yet, so by the end of the first lap, we are 1, 2, 3, 4 people, all pretty much bumper to bumper. I am also going to see Goose goes to the inside. I follow Goose to the inside, get past the guy with the John Player Special type black and gold helmet. He hangs it around the outside, but as we get to the second corner, I keep my foot in around the outside, get the position up to P5. Lovely stuff, and now Goose is having a go at the guy in the black and white and blue suit. Not able to do it around the outside, so I go to the inside, go for the dive, get on the apex, but Goose gets a better run out of there, so nothing going on yet. Coming up to what I always call Shanghai, because it's a bit like the first corner at China, sort of. We have a little bit of contact, nothing too much, but as we go through the hairpin up the ramp, Goose gets a better run, he goes to the left, that guy allows Goose to go through there. I follow Goose through. Imagine that, we're going to come back to that later, and I am up into P4 and right on the back of Goose, so we're going to try and get into the podium from 9th place in 2 laps. Really good, really exciting. Goose looks around, I'm still there. He goes a bit defensive into the first corner. I follow him through on his bumper, he looks to the right, I'm there. Left, I'm there. Right, I'm there. I'm everywhere. I'm trying to get past though, so he goes a bit defensive. That compromises his run out of there. He gives me space this time. Waves me away, but I'm not trying to fall away just yet. Through the double left, it's good. He goes defensive, he comes back out. On his bumper, we're pressuring him, giving him some great footage for that 360 camera. And as we get up to Shanghai, I think about the inside, don't quite commit though, because there just wasn't going to be enough space. He does go really aggressively into the hairpin though, that means he slams the exit. I do exactly what Goose did the lap before, he doesn't look, and I end up in the wall. So, thanks Goose. I lose a place to Tom, I lose a place to the guy in the yellow suit. 2 places down, great. We're going to try and catch up though. I'm not done with this race, it's only lap 3. And jumping forward to lap 5, we've caught up to the guy in the yellow suit. Got the guy in the pink suit as well, he's not lapped yet, just in front. So we're trying, you know, we've got Tom chasing down Goose up in front as well. So hopefully they can fight. That guy drives into the wall, not going to be the quickest route through there, so that allows me to get much closer to the back of him. We go through Shanghai, he goes a bit deep through the first part, that compromises his run through the second, so I go for the cutback, gives me the inside for the hairpin, take the line, take the position, back up into P5, look around, he's got a good run, but I'm going to have the inside for the next 4 corners, so I just take that, position made, good stuff. Jumping forwards then, lap 6, we've dealt with that guy, we've got onto the back of the guy in the pink suit, we're, you know, thinking we can get through. Tom has got past Goose as well, so we're going to want to get up to them so we can have a bit more of a fight. Coming up through Shanghai, he goes very deep, that really compromises his run out of the second corner, so I go for Old Faithful, get the exact same position, exact same move, and we are back up into P4, staring at the back of Goose and hoping that we can catch up to the back of him and get that 3rd place that we should have got a couple of laps ago. Jumping forwards, lap 21, so it's taken a while, but now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got Goose, Tommy, and then Chris Seeking up in front. So Goose looks for a move on Tom, not quite going around there, so Tom looks to the outside, Goose goes through the inside, launches a move, bit surprising there, but he goes for it, gets the position. Very nice. I tried to go around the outside of Tom, not going to happen though, so Tom, he is keen to get back. I go a little bit wide there, but Tom not able to get the cut back. Goose gives Tom the middle finger of encouragement. Not a bad run up through here, but Tom's car is an absolute rocket ship. Goose tries to put him in the wall like he did to me. Not very sporting, Goose. The thing about Sheffield as well, like the track has these corners that just sort of come out halfway up a lap, halfway up the straights, and you can easily end up in them if someone doesn't want to let you past. Anyway, jumping forwards, not jumping forwards at all, we're on lap 22. Tom is in a self-described rocket ship, and you can see he gets away a bit every time he gets to the straights. But lap 23, Chris up against these back markers, he gets through one. He's looking to get through the guy with the black and white and blue suit, goes around the outside. Goose launches up the inside. That back marker maybe cost Chris the position. Goose not wanting to get past again. We all get through that guy now, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4 for the lead, for the win as well. Lap 23, first 4 people bumper to bumper until we get to a straight and I sort of fall back a bit. Maybe I need to lose weight, maybe I just need to keep racing places that I can actually battle with as well. But look at how much I'm losing in a straight line already. I'm always moaning about that. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not the karts at all, but yeah, I can keep blaming it on the karts. But anyway, we're still bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper. First, second, third and fourth, halfway through the race. This is really exciting. I'm really enjoying this because you know, some proper battling. Tom looking for a way around Chris, not able to find it yet. Goose up front, he's holding everyone down a bit. Goes defensive through the second corner. Not going to be the fastest way through. Chris having a look, seeing if he can repay the favour on Goose. Not yet. Goose goes defensive again. That's slowing everyone down. Big slide from everyone. Tom tries to make the most of it. Chris comes back. Big contact. I look to the inside, tries to get past Tom. Give him space on the second part because I know he's there, but Tom just takes the position back. Nothing I could do. Good racing from both of us there, if I do say so myself. Up the ramp, on Tom's bumper, on the top. Tom pulls away a bit. We're gonna try and keep with him though. Jumping forwards, we're on lap 26. Chris gets a bad run up the ramp. Tom goes to the outside, trying to take the position around the outside. It's going to be brave. Chris, Tom, oh, Tom's in the wall. I nearly go into the side of him and re-brake his rib for him, but thankfully saw it coming and got on the brakes before sending Tom into the shadow realm. Tom looks to the inside, not happening though. Chris, very defensive. Jumping forwards, lap 27, we've got the guy in the pink suit again. Chris tries to go around him. Tom finds a gap on the inside. Chris, fuming, back markers cost him positions. I hold it around the outside of Chris, and that gives me a good run up through to the second corner. A little bit of contact there from everything, but I get through. I try to hold Chris behind the guy in the pink suit as well, try and give him nowhere to go apart from into the back of him, and so make him get on the brakes. Get around the outside of him through the double left, go up the inside of the guy in the yellow helmet. We're in P3 and we're still on the back of Tom, so really exciting racing. Jumping forwards then, lap 38. Tom is on the back of Goose. Goose maybe gave him space there, who knows. But Tom gets up the inside this time, side by side through the upstairs bit, side by side, and Tom finally gets the position. So great racing, great brave overtake there from Tom. And he is into the lead of the race on lap 38, starting lap 39. I've tried to catch up, just about managed to catch up by lap 42, so we're definitely winding down through all the laps now, but Goose goes a bit wide, makes contact, he's feeling it. We can try and use this, so flat through the double left downstairs into this left-hander, getting closer, we're going to have another think about Shanghai. Not quite happening there though, so follow him through. He goes to that same aggressive line, sort of opening, well, I mean, it's making more of an angle. He leaves me about a cart's width. He's not done it again, but then he goes really wide there, which gives me a chance to throw it up the inside, through here, get on the inside, take the place just like Tom did, and we are through into P2. Lap 43 now. There's Tom in front trying to get through this huge gaggle of back markers. It's like the 2025 Monaco Grand Prix. Tom gets up the inside of Ghost Carter. I look to the outside of him. Not happening though. Still not happening. He's still there. Coming down through the left. There's a back marker on the right. On the left. Oh, shoot the gap. That was a bit scary, to be honest. But managed to get through without any contact. Lost a little bit of time to Tom though. This guy in the black and white and blue suit, he's going to look round. He sees that I'm fighting with Tom. Lets me through. Thank you very much. Some great back markers for the most part. Definitely not so much in the second race, which we will come on to. But by lap 50, I've not really been able to catch up to Tom. He's driven not too far off. We're only a handful of seconds behind, but as we come up to the line, we are going to come across and finish in P2. And Sheffield does the good old Sheffield thing of throwing it yellow rather than throwing a flag. So, Tom 58.2, me with a 58.5, Goose 58.7, Chris with a 59.3. So, good race, fast laps, not too much in the way of yellows and reds as well, so really good. And we're going to try and have a good race second time round as well. So, race 2, Tom has gone home. I'm starting in 7th this time, but the kart that Tom had is starting on pole, so he's going to be able to drive off very nicely. Straight away though, we get past one person, defend against the other one. We've got Goose on the right there. We don't want to let him put us in a wall again. Tries to hold around the outside, not quite going though, so when we get the inside for this double left, coming through here, it's a bit slow on the apex from that guy, so I try to go for the inside, get it. There's a lot of bumping. Goose turning into me, I'm turning into Goose, trying not to go into the wall again. Goose holds it around the outside, I get bumped. Goose takes the position though, so still P6. Goose sends it up the inside of that guy in the TeamSport suit. I follow Goose through. Pretty good start then, up to P5. Following Goose right in his bumper, through the hairpin, up the ramp. Goose looks around, offers me the inside. I decide not to take it.
You know what they say, fool me once, strike one, but fool me twice, strike three.
Good job as well, because he left me about half a cart's width, so would not have got through that wall safely. Anyway, coming through to finish the first lap, we're on the back of the guy in the blue TeamSport suit. Goose goes to the inside. I'm going to do what I've been doing a lot so far and just follow Goose through, and we're side by side with this guy. Luckily there's just about enough room on the left. I go all the way around the outside, get a good run out of there into P4, and now we're going to start chasing down Goose, hoping we can catch back up, jumping forwards. Start of lap 3 now. I'm on the back of Goose. We've got the guy in the pink suit in front as well, so he's in P2 currently. He goes a little bit wide there, so Goose and I catch up to him. We're bumper to bumper. Goose looks to the inside, not quite happening, so all three of us neck and neck. Goose comes across a little bit of contact, nothing too bad. He goes to the cutback, not quite working though. I'm trying to stick around, find any way through, any chink in the defence. That guy goes a bit deep though, so Goose gets the cutback. I am going to yet again allow Goose to do all of my hard work for me and just follow him through. There's somebody, give him space, but no real dramas. Past this back marker on lap 3, not a good day for them, and down into that fast section. Jumping forwards then, lap 4. I'm closer to Goose now. He gets a bit of a bad run up the ramp. He looks around, he goes out. I'm on his bumper, wanting to find a way through, also not wanting to find a way into the wall again. Coming down the ramp, Goose goes a little bit wide there. I go for a move around the outside. It gives me the inside for this corner. A little bit robust, but we make it work. Goose not happy with that though, so I'm getting bumped from behind. There's a few other people as well. There's a gap on the inside. Oh no, she's come across and I've been pushed a bit through, and red flag, sorry. So looking back, this is another back marker. She goes out to the left. I see a gap there to try and get through. I'm also being pushed a bit from behind. She comes across a bit though, just a little bit of contact, and she gets spun around. Put my hand up to say sorry, but maybe I could have been a little bit...
I know she's a bit slower, just take your time with it.
Oh, come me from behind when I try to see it. Yeah, no, sorry, cheers. That guy, really nice, comes over, says no problem. I unnecessarily try and argue that it wasn't my fault. Didn't need to do that, mate. You just need to say thank you very much and continue with the race. That's given me a really good gap, though, to the guys behind. I was also keeping an eye on her because she was talking to that marshal. There's Goose on the right. Got a huge gap to him now. She was talking to the marshal saying that I'd spun her out, which I guess is true, but I was hoping I wasn't going to get a flag. So anyway, jumping forwards, lap 8 now. Coming through the left-hander, down the ramp onto the left. Oh god, there's a girl on the racing line sideways and stationary. Not what you want to see at the fastest part of the track. So as we come down, see that guy in red. He's not on the racing line, which tips me off to maybe there's going to be somebody in the way. There she is. So I had a little bit of warning. Green flags up at the top, so thankfully just about managed to avoid her. Definitely scared me a bit there, but we continue on. Everyone's alive still. No big crashes, that's good. Gets up the inside of the guy in the red suit. Look around, this guy in the black helmet. He looks around again. He's going to look around again. This is the international symbol for I'm going to fight you and I'm going to defend like a lion. So I'm already a little bit wary of this guy. He goes a bit deep into that corner though, so I go for a cutback, get it inch perfect. Really happy with that one. And get the position, not having it today.
Denied!
And we can come across to start lap 10. Lap 20 now. Not much has happened. Guy in front drove off. Look around, there's Goose. We're going to remember him there. We're going to remember that because he is quite a way behind. Lights go yellow. Walking pace unless you're on a ramp, in which case you go full throttle. These two guys did walking pace up a ramp, and so both of them got stuck though. So there's 2 back markers passed. I'm trying to wave to say, hey look, there's people stuck over there. Maybe we need to stop. Lights go red. We stop. Goose all the way back there. Keeping an eye on him. I know what he's like. He's going to try and sneak his way up. Lights go yellow again. So we go walking pace, lights go red, so I come to a stop. Look at this. Goose is coming to a stop. Point at him. Look at him. He's sneaking. He's sneaking. She's not paying attention. She doesn't see that. Trying to tell him what. Look at him. He's still moving. He's still moving under reds. And that huge gap that I got by taking somebody out and causing a roadblock has magically shrunk down. Look around. He's even rolling the car. Not making a sound. Look at that, he's right on my bumper. What a cheat. Lights go yellow again. And now we have all the pressure from Goose behind because he has taken some liberties, let's say. Lights still yellow, still getting bumped from behind by Goose. Up the ramp, and I think we eventually, God, it's a long yellow, isn't it? We are going to go green at some point. Jumping forwards then, lap 29 now. Got a couple more back markers in front, so I'm going to try and get past them. He goes over to the left, I go to the right, try and get around the outside of him. Look to the outside, guy in the red suit just comes across though, no way through. Looking around, managed to get up the inside of the guy in the red, down through the fastest part of the track. Okay, not problem. Got this guy in front, he's not too bad, you know, he's taken some weird lines, but not really worth sending it on him. Coming across the line into the first corner. Oh no, Goose has gone for it. I've left the door open and Goose has made the most of that and overtaken me. So I'm annoyed at myself for that because I wasn't expecting it. Didn't think Goose would go for that, and he did, and there we go, we're down into P3 again after some more circumspect driving. Somebody else trying to come up the inside there, not going to happen, and now I've got to get past Goose and the back marker. No way through yet, so gonna see if we can get the cutback here. Goose goes for it, can't get it though. A little bit of contact, nothing too bad. Up the ramp, Goose goes to the left. I stick to the right to try and go around the outside of Goose. Side by side as we come through this left-hander, got the guy in the TeamSport suit. I go around the outside of Goose, go around the outside, he cuts me to the wall, very close to the wall. I lose another place. I thought I was in the wall at that point. I thought that was going to be another big crash, to be honest. But we are down to P4, behind the guy with the yellow helmet with the monkeys on. Goose gets through the back marker. Yellow helmet goes into the back marker. I get the inside for turn 2, so go up the inside. Not a bad run through there though, but the guy in the yellow helmet, he comes back, so we are side by side through this left-hander. double left. I've kept it around the outside, go deep into this corner, which I see has been working for everybody else so far, so that gives me the position back up into P3. Very happy with that. Goose, meanwhile, goes into the wall. Yes, back marker puts Goose in the wall. Take that, Goose. You get what you deserve. And that was about it for that race, to be honest. Could not catch up to the guy in P1 through all this battling. Eventually got away from Goose behind, so I came across the line for another P2. So 2 P2s and 100 laps of Sheffield. Very long day, very long race, but had a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. Hopefully I can have some more races like this at Leeds next time with some proper battling, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.